And here we are, coming to see the puppies that we're going to train to be a service dog.
The bond between human and dog goes back for centuries. Today, that bond is still very much alive. Since dogs have a shorter lifespan than us, they find their main purpose much quicker. To the average dog, its purpose is to be a adorable love giver. However, there are a handful of dogs that are trained to serve a more active role in the well-being of their family. These are service dogs. Whether they're emotional support, food allergen detecting, seeing eye, or many others, these dogs go above and beyond.
The dip is the same thing as the speed bump. It's made for speed purposes.
The Richards are a happy, typical family from Dallas, Texas. They adopted Stella from a family that breeds Labradoodles, the Novachecks. The day the Richards brought Stella home, they knew that they were going to train her as a therapy dog.
We had dogs all my life, and we had trained our first dog after we got married to be useful and follow two-step commands, like get the rope, bring it to so-and-so. So I was a little bit familiar with some dog training.
During her training, the middle son developed gastrointestinal issues, which caused many trips to the ER.
I was in the hospital multiple times that summer, and numerous doctor's appointments. We had originally thought we would use the new puppy and train it for some therapy dog work, and so we were wanting to go that direction, but when I saw a friend of ours had their dog in the emergency room because it was detecting seizures for the child, I realized, wow, my son's been in the emergency room multiple times, and it's about 3 hours before we get any pain control going, and I just thought if he could have the comfort of a puppy that's warm and distracting, we would check into that.
After all the comfort and support Stella gave to the middle son, the family realized Stella's higher purpose was to help in allergen detecting. The Laidwigs are another family in the Dallas region. However, with having kids with various health issues, including dysautonomia, they spent a lot of time in the hospital for their kids. Their good friends, the Richards, eventually introduced the idea of having a service dog provide additional care for their kids. That led to the adoption of Maisie, a personal helper for the youngest daughter Phoebe and daughter Karis. Not only are Stella and Maisie valued members of the Richards and Laidwig families, respectively, they also play active roles in the medical well-being of the family's kids. Before that, the dogs need rigorous training for certification. In order to become a scent detector, Maisie and Stella had to detect certain scents and alert to them consistently. These dogs have also been trained to assist in other specified tasks, such as opening and closing drawers.
We trained Stella to detect hidden ingredients for my son, and it ended up being 13 different grains and starches that sometimes aren't labeled as such.
This is almond flour, so it's not something she alerts to, and this one has egg and the same flour actually mixed together, so she should alert to this.
Nobody had done what we were trying to do before, and when I was looking around to see how could I get a service dog for my son's specific diet, I was told that I was asking way too much of a dog and that it couldn't be done.
This is an empty one, so I'm going to have her check, and she should just stare at me. Check. Good check. Good, all clear. This one, we're expecting a bow. Good bow. Oh, wait, we want to show Maisie give us a no alert by just checking. Check.
Maisie is being trained to detect low blood sugar.
Check. Good check. Alert. Alert. Good alert. Good alert. Alert. Good alert. What a baby. Wait. Yes. Wait. Okay, Maisie, come. Let's work. Search. Search. Alert. Good alert. Good alert. Smell that when you...
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Good girl, Stella.
Yes. Yes. Yes! Good girl! Good girl! Stella passed her public access test. Now let's watch what she can do for us. Stella, tug open. Okay, get the boost. Get the bottle of boost. Bring me the boost. Yes, thank you.
After rigorous training, Stella and Maisie passed the public access and canine good citizen test, meaning they can go anywhere their owners can go. Now Stella and Maisie must gain exposure to the public places so they can adopt to diverse locations and discipline themselves from external stimuli.
We are headed to go to Pinsy's Spices because we want to test Stella, and we're going to get spices that are pure with no starches, and then we'll get some with starches. Some have cornstarch and fillers, and we will put them in front of Stella and we will see how well she tests. It'll be a great test because the spice store will smell like spices, so there'll be lots of odors to decipher, and it will really help us determine how far along we are with the training and how well she understands this concept of finding starches. Got her eyes, maybe catch her eyes this time. I want you to smell them both. And smell this one, smell this one, and smell this one. Sit. Show me. Okay. Which one? Show me. Are you sure? Show me. Yes, that's the one. That's right. You're right. Smell them both. Tell me which one's starch. Are you sure? Smell it. Okay. I think you're wrong on that one. I think you're wrong on that one. You got the other two right, but I think you got that one wrong. Starch. Find starch. That's right. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good. You have to have short training sessions, and that's why we do really short training sessions. 10 minutes. Oh, thank you, Stella. Maisie's first time out eating. You see there's food on the table, and she's sitting, sleeping, or waiting patiently under the table.
Meet Captain. He is just 5 months. He's the third dog from Amy and Jay Novacek that has joined the Richard family. He is just now learning scent detection on starches, all the ones that Stella has learned, and has begun that training. If he does not go to be used for scent detection, he will learn how to detect seizures or how to help remind patients to take their medicine for different and various diseases. While Captain is the first boy dog to be raised by the Richards, he fits in well with the other dogs, and we hope that he learns just as quickly as the other ones have.
We're headed to the zoo, and we have a almost 5-month-old puppy and Stella, and we have this Adaptil collar and Adaptil spray because they are going to see wild animals, and we don't want them to be reactive. So we have plenty of treats, and then we have the calming hormones of that to be given off, and to make sure that it's a successful outing and that the first reaction and exposure to wild animals is positive. Because the puppy's kind of young, he's not quite 5 months yet. So we're gonna see if this will work. We got our clicker. See if they'll look at us. Hey, treats for the clicker. Remember how this works? Let's try this again. I'm gonna give them, yes, treats. When I click, that tells them to pay attention to me. If they start to get overly anxious or excited, I can hopefully click and they'll go, oh, high value treat. Not going to work right now. She's too distracted. So that would tell you, don't take your dog. She's a totally new, familiar situation, expected to be able to save your life right away. That's why you have to keep going to every area if you want them to be paying attention to you, because it's hard for them to translate the different, to take this check from my house to another restaurant. And then now we're taking it to a zoo, which they go to 2 or 3 times a year max. And so you'd have to know that going into there, that if it would be, try to eat as clean as you can at that day, or really watch your own levels of blood sugar before and after, because it's probably not the best situation for them to save your life just yet, unless you go frequently. So they did pretty well because I had them on some stuff to keep them calm, because they don't see this kind of stuff every day. But basically, they're doing well because they trust me. And that's why we do the trust exercises, where you saw Captain maybe on the swing and different things. So they know that as long as they do what I'm saying and focus on me, that even if they see something very fearful and it makes them want to react, that if they listen to me, they're going to be okay. Let's go to the baby. Thank you, Stella. I know. Oh, don't wet the ground.
Now that Stella and Maisie are well trained, it is time to put their skills to the final test. Did their training prepare them for the specific roles that they are meant to accomplish? Will these skills translate into the life or death responsibilities? And how will they translate?
It's been very exciting to watch over the months as Maisie has gone from being a puppy and not doing much of anything to actually turning into a little bit more of a service dog.
from 77 to 65 in 10 minutes. We are now at
Okay, so
a low for Phoebe. So Phoebe has been unhooked for about 35, maybe 45, 50 minutes. So she was hooked up to D12 and a half. And within that amount of time, she has gone from a normal glucose level of probably around 100 to 65.
Alert. Do you smell something low? Where's your low? Good, Alert. Okay. We have the jar full of cotton filled with the smell of her saliva and spit when she had a blood sugar low in the 60s. So that's when we want the dog to alert. Now we have our strainer that she spent that out of for 2 to 3 months. So it might smell like leftover dog food, which helps her find the find. Plus, we finally get to involve the child. And she's gonna, normally that has food in it every time she smells that smell, but we're gonna wait till she paws at her like a little jackpot liver. And then Phoebe will throw food into the bowl. But we're gonna hide her just to make it a little bit harder and make Maisie use her nose. All right, I'm gonna let Maisie out. Go find your low. Where's your low? Where's your low? Where's your low? Alert. Can you alert? She found it. She went straight to it. So I'm going to take the jacket off and let her work with it. Maisie. Maisie, where's your low? Maisie, where's your low? Alert. Good alert. Good alert, Maisie. So the white ones have starch, and they're the same meals. Show me. Starch. Yes, good girl. Stella, I want you to check for starch. Which one's starch? That's right, it is! And it's in the other hand this time, just so everybody knows that saw it last time. Take it to Jennifer. Jennifer needs to be. Jennifer, all the way. Drop it. There, good girl. Tug, let me address this. Take this off. Okay? Come here. Let me tug. Okay, now bring it. Pick it up. Bring it to me. Bring it. No. Bring it to me. Bring it to me. Hey, I need it. Don't tear it up, honey. Thank you. What a good girl. Here, get this. Get this. And tug. Tug. Tug here. Tug to here. Tug to here. Tug to here. Good girl.
I bet. You okay?
Everyone that is signing a book needs to come through.
No, no, right there. That's where the dog is.
There's 15.
I mean, they're brothers, they're the exact same parents, but you're, check for starch. Yes, good alert for starch.
They get jealous at home, like if you're giving one of them.
No, she apologized, but if it's for eggs, she bows, because I have
For writing. For writing.
a service dog, you can gain independence, you can gain yourself back. It's amazing what these dogs can do.
The funds that will be raised from this book will go to help someone else buy a service dog.